Well, hello and welcome to the 5th annual Cocktails for a Cause, or, well, I guess we could say our first as far as in this world, the virtual world. Well, welcome. My name's Corey Michaels, along with R.L. Rousey. R.L., how are you?
I am fabulous. I am ready to raise some money for the Senior Connection.
Absolutely.
And to have a cocktail for the cause.
Yes. And now, as we make our way through this next 30 minutes or so, it's a chance for, even though we're not in one big room like we've been in the years past for the Cocktails for a Cause, we are still here together, just in a different way. Now, in this way, we can be able to reach out to folks around the country, around the state, around the world. And that's the beautiful part of this now Cocktails for a Cause this year, is we really get to include everyone and all of us together. That's what this is all about. Now, if you hadn't already, go ahead and get registered to be able to make your donations. All you have to do is just text the word seniors with an S, seniors, to the number 22454. That's 22454. You'll get a link back. You'll get registered. It'll just take a moment, not going to take very long at all, and then sit back and enjoy this all together. Now, when our world stopped, it seemed like 6-8 months ago, you know what didn't stop? And that was the need. In fact, our need has grown, in some cases, like the Meals for Wheels, 420%.
Yeah, it's astronomical. And so, well, you all know, you're the people who are donating and funding and keeping our world spinning. And the world still needs to spin, and it still needs your support. You know, Corey, some things aren't going the way we planned. I have to be honest. The Connection had set a goal of $200,000 for our goal tonight, and it's just not gone the way we thought it would.
No.
I think we have $193,000 already put up, $193,200 already in the bank from this process. So our friends at the Senior Connection have told us that we're going to raise that goal tonight to $225,000. But I've never been one to believe in those little $25,000 increments. So my goal would be somewhere in the 250 and up range. And I certainly wouldn't want to limit. What if somebody wants to throw 50K in?
Exactly. I don't want to put a limit on this. We want you to be able to give whatever you're able to give. Because here's the thing. It's not like, okay, we raised $200,000 and now for the rest of our lives and the rest of our seniors' lives, and there's no more need.
Right.
It's taken care of. No, that's not the case. So that $200,000 is going to go a long way, but there's still going to be more money and more need that's going to come along. So let's raise as much as we possibly can.
Absolutely. You know, you'll hear stories about all of the different programs that are going on at the Connection throughout the evening. But, you know, it's not just meals. With meals immediately comes companionship and connection. But there's also all of the social services, the education, the entertainment, the physical work. And then the Senior Connection provides amazing resources to link seniors to people who can support all of their needs, from legal to across the board, you name it. They reach out their hands in huge and beautiful ways. Well, again, I'm preaching to the choir, but if I can preach to the choir and we get another $50,000, then I'll preach.
Then preach away, my friend, preach away. Well, there's so many groups that come together, so many volunteers, so many people throughout the Blaine County and throughout the state and beyond that make this possible on a day-to-day basis. I mean, one of those, the Connection Society, great group of folks.
Absolutely, and they're one of the reasons that we're so far along on this original goal tonight, is because of the contributions that they have helped organize. They started a few years ago with really raising the bar for the amount of resources that can be put into the staff and the board's hands to carry out their dynamic mission. And I don't know, is it time for us to to hear Buddy's thoughts?
We have Buddy and Shay and talking a little bit about Connection Society and, again, why we are able to say we have 193,000 already.
Buddy and Shay here, and welcome to the Senior Connection. No time more than now is it most important to take care of our community and its seniors. We believe that a membership in the Connection Society annually supports the Senior Connection to become a long-standing essential, and sustainable entity in the Wood River Valley. Teresa and her team here produce miracles and have an open place for health and welfare for our Wood River seniors. We do hope that you consider support for our community seniors during this time and annually. Both Shay and I have. Come by, take a look. Miracles can happen. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome. My name is Marty Shepard. I'm the co-chair of Cocktails for a Cause, and I just am so thrilled you're here this evening. And
good evening and welcome. My name is Susie Pearson. I co-chair with Marty, and we're happy to have you. Tonight we ask you to please consider donating to this most worthy cause. I first heard about the Senior Connection from a dear friend who suggested I come down and pay a visit. I was so moved by the incredible work and broad range of services that I immediately asked how I could get involved. The joy I get from working alongside the many other volunteers gives me so much pleasure. It has brought new meaning to my life. Thank you.
I can't express my utter gratitude to inspire my good friend Susie to come down. She has brought so much to the center, and I am just extremely grateful that she said yes when I needed a co-chair, and just wanting to express my utter thanks to the Senior Connection for all the support that they gave my father when he was in tremendous need of the Meals on Wheels program. It meant the world to him. He loved seeing volunteers come to his apartment on a regular basis. He had someone to talk to for a short period of time. It really meant the world to him, and it certainly meant the world to me. And in closing, Susie and I would love to extend a huge round of applause to our incredible committee that has worked tirelessly on this event to make it special and rewarding for all of you. My thanks again.
And mine.
Good evening. So great to be with you today. We're so delighted to be able to be involved, and thank you so much, Tim and Leslie Silva, for getting us and encouraging us to be involved with this program. We have several friends who are using the program, and it's amazing what you do for Meals on Wheels, transportation socialization, and for the seniors in the Wood River Valley is really, really important.
It is. And here's to your fearless leader, Teresa. Teresa, you are fabulous. We have so enjoyed working with you. I hope you all have a glass of wine. Maybe you've already finished one glass of wine. Maybe you've tried both the wines that we shared with you. Shirley, you want to tell them a little bit about the wines?
So we put together a couple wines for this. One is our Double C Chardonnay. It looks like this has a brand that Blake's put together. This is a wine that we actually use for philanthropic venues and for opportunities to help people at any level that we can. So it's been a really fun wine. It's a Chardonnay that comes from the Russian River Valley and comes from Sonoma. We've been producing wine from these vineyards for years. When we have an opportunity to do something really special, which is what we did in this vintage, we do make a wine out of it, and we're delighted that you're enjoying it. And so
hopefully you are enjoying it. We're enjoying it.
So then The other in the red wine category is our signature Cabernet. This wine is a wine that you can readily find at Atkinson's. You can find it locally in town. You can find it
On the wine list at the Payo.
Yep, and the Payo's been really good. Duffy just loves this wine. So there's a number of places around town that you can get this wine also, or you can always get it from us, of course. But today, being able to use our wines to benefit the Senior Connection, as I said, we couldn't be more delighted.
But I think you all have a little goodie bag that you're going to go home with. And in that goodie bag, if you've enjoyed the wines and you want to pay it forward and donate a little bit more money to the Senior Connection, we'll donate, I think, $200 a case for the signature Cabernet and $100 a case for the Chardonnay. So take a look at that. If you're enjoying the wines, instead of buying the Cabernet at Atkinson's, buy it through us, and then you'll be paying it forward, and we'll make a $200 donation to the Senior Connection. So I hope that that helps raise a little bit more money for your seniors. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Leslie and Tim. Thank you all for being here, for being part of this, supporting the Senior Connection, and enjoy the wine and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Enjoy.
Hi viewers, my name is Teresa Littman and I'm the Executive Director of the Senior Connection located in Haley, Idaho. I too would like to thank you for tuning in to watch, celebrate, and support our seniors. Bravo to the co-chairs, Marty and Susie, and your committee. The logistics to host a virtual event is no easy feat, but we're all here, so thank you. Our underwriters are making it so every dollar tonight will go directly to seniors. Please check out our event website and take notice of our underwriters. You'll know them all and thank them when you see them next. Special thanks to RL. RL, hats off to you. RL Rousey is in Boise tonight. Just one example of what people will do in our community to support our seniors. We're not all in the same physical location this year, but together we can make a significant difference and make sure no senior in Blaine County is hungry or alone, and ensure that they can be socially connected with others. I hope you will be inspired by tonight's program, in particular the video that you're just about to see, produced annually by Dark to Light Productions, and I hope it leaves you inspired and ready to breathe in gratitude and breathe out with generosity. We can't do our work without you, but together we can. Here is how some of our members feel about the Senior Connection. We send notes, we get notes. Thinking of you. Today I thought of you a while, and don't you know it made me smile. Love to each one of you. I hope to see you one of these days. Love, Pat. So Pat is a senior that's choosing to stay home, but we're serving her in her home through Meals on Wheels. For all of you angels who work so hard to keep this wonderful gathering place available, great food too. Thank you, Kathy. Can anyone top the Senior Connection? I don't think so. Thank you all so much for all that you do. The best club and group of people in town. One of the things that our new tradition since the pandemic is offering spiritual hugs. So I am offering my spiritual hug to all of you tonight. And because I can, and she can, watch it virtually. Hi, Mom, I love you. Have a great night, everyone.
Okay, Teresa, if you get to tip the hat, then I get to raise the glass to you. Because for so many of us, you are the face to all the work that goes on there. It is certainly your heart that reflects all of the connection that happens at the Senior Connection. So I raise my glass to you. I'm taking a sip. And which, by the way, would love to say thanks to our friends at the winery for being so supportive of this project, as you heard on the video just a few minutes ago. I also want to give a couple of shout outs to people who have been making donations recently. There's no way we can get all the names out because they just keep coming in. But Nils and Patty, you know how I adore you. Thank you. Joyce from Plymouth, Minnesota, with the last name Behan, maybe related to someone. I don't know. Carol Stevens, thank you so much as well. We really appreciate as these gifts keep rolling in.
Well, and Susie Pearson, who Susie we just saw, she's one of the co-chairs for the event this evening, just made a wonderful, wonderful donation. So Susie, thank you so much. And you know, to this chair and to this board that helped to put on this event and switching gears for something that, you know, after about 4 years of doing an in-person event, a gala, you start going, yeah, I kind of got this down. And then 2020 came along.
Yeah.
Well, so much for getting it down. But I tell you what, Susie and the rest of the group,
and
they
Marty,
just said, and Marty, everyone, I don't want to leave anyone out, but everyone just said, no, we have to make this happen.
Right.
This matters. And so they came together, and here we are tonight for our first virtual Cocktails for a Cause.
Corey, at this event last year in the room together, there was a really wonderful palpable connection going on between everyone in the room. I think it's maybe part of where the together idea came from. And I remember saying to Teresa, well, we've got the formula down, we've got the system down. And then we had to shift a whole bunch. But you know, it's an organization like this where you hear the same words of praise from the folks who interact, the seniors, the clients, the staff, the volunteers, the administration, the board, and certainly the community at large, all in praise of this organization and the work that goes on there. When you find that synergy of praise, you know that you're putting your money behind an organization that is living up to their mission, that is spending their money well, and that deserves to continue to be supported.
Absolutely. And that theme for this evening, together, you know, we can't stress how important that word is, because it really is all of us together. It's together for our seniors. And for them, over 60% and maybe a little bit higher of a percentage that feel isolated prior to all of this with the pandemic, and that some of their only social interaction was going to the center, getting meals, having the meals brought to them, being taken to go to their doctor's appointment. To have that companionship is as important as anything else that is provided, and in some cases, even more important.
Agreed. We're preaching to the choir again.
Hey,
I
love
it.
We are. I know.
But we have this beautiful video that our friends at Dark to Light put together, and I don't know, the first time and the second and the third time that I watched it, I got weepy every time. It's such an affirmation of the work that's out there.
Well, it's very hard not to get weepy and to see what a beautiful program that you already believe in. That's why you're here and a part of this tonight. You're already a fan. Well, if it's possible to be a bigger fan, you will be in watching this. We are better together.
My name is Molly Green, and my mother's name is Pamela Moxley. Growing up, she was a single mom, very energetic, very vibrant. You know, an Irish mom telling me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. She still can't tell me what to do when it's hard. My mother was just recently diagnosed with dementia and has progressively gotten worse. This January, I brought her over after we just lost my stepdad. We knew that she shouldn't be at home alone. Going from the woman that I've always known, but to the woman she is now, it's just been a really big change. And that has been the hardest thing, because I don't want to put my mom in a home. I want her to stay with me, because I don't know when she's not going to remember me.
Porque también somos residentes y la ley es 6 meses aquí y 6 allá, pero a veces estamos 5 o 4 allá y lo demás aquí. Pues nos sentimos bien porque vamos a convivir ahí en el centro y pues a seguir como siempre. Nos vamos porque él tiene un problema en sus pulmones y le da una tos, aunque no esté enfermo por el frío, no lo deja dormir. El frío no lo aguanta por sus pulmones, que dice el doctor que ya los tiene bien como un papelito. Por sus citas de su cáncer, porque desde el 2011 él tiene cáncer. Aquí porque nos vamos en los tiempos que nos dan el plazo y regresamos y a eso. Y cuando se nos termina, ya la compramos, pero es la misma receta de aquí.
Está uno aquí, pues los muchachos trabajan y pues, no tienen tiempo de atenderlo a uno.
Todos viven lejos.
Y no tienen voluntad, es lo mismo también. Pero ¿qué se le hace?
Queremos ser ciudadanos, pero va a ser un problema cuando si nos aceptan para ir, ¿cómo vamos a hacer?
I'm David Page. I was married for 59 years. Of course, my wife passed away. I lived a life that was a happier time. It's nice to get out and socialize. You do it all your life, and you get to become a senior, and all of a sudden, if your family isn't here and you're the only one, what are you going to do? A lot of people struggle.
I don't want to walk into a room and her be like, "Who are you?" And I know that could happen at one time. She took care of me, and I'm taking care of her, and that's what you do.
Don't think I can handle one more dose of bad news. It just seems like one thing after another, and I'm tired and weary.
The benefits that I saw from her going: independence. She looked forward to it. She was downstairs ready for the bus. She walked immediately in there with her cane up high and just was hightailing it in there. I saw a lot of really good changes going over there.
Y pues, una gente muy buena. Para mí está muy bien eso, el centro, porque le sirve a uno mucho.
Y bien a gusto, va uno allá y le sirven con buena voluntad, lo recogen a uno igualmente.
Lo traen y lo llevan.
Lo llevan y son cosas...
Y a veces nos han llevado muchas veces a la tienda. Cuando llevan a otra gente, nos bajan en la tienda y me recogen, porque pues ya le ando pidiendo un favor.
I like coming here because it's an outing. You get conversations going, and it's just a wonderful place to spend part of the day.
It's been nice to know that somebody has my back. So not having that during COVID was super hard.
I think without us, for seniors, it's fear. We saw that so much in people's eyes. The week that we closed, the center just changed, 360 degrees.
First week of shelter-in-place orders, we established a friends line where anybody could call and talk to us at 2 o'clock, and the phone would ring at 2:01 or 2:02 by the same person every day.
We started calling them. We had to add on our caregivers. It would take us 2 to 3 days to get through the entire list, and we did that weekly.
Probably the funnest thing we did was we decided to take the staff to the member or the client, and we did caroling on Wednesdays. And so we would go to the front yards of our members and sing,
"Come on up, you guys, but stay 6 feet apart."
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the stars are far behind.
We should not be a professional choir, but we had a great time.
Our Meals on Wheels grew by 400%.
We were all kitchen staff.
Yes,
for
at
3-4 months.
At one point or another, we were all working in the kitchen.
When people get a meal delivered to them, that's an event for the day. They look forward to that. They dress for that. They put lipstick on for that. Our proof of life check and the delivery of a nutritious meal and a friendly visit is really, really important. I've had people say to me, Teresa, it's not about the meal. It's about that social connection.
My favorite part are the people, the seniors. I love them, and they're like family, especially after so many years. The meal is very important, but it's the special interactions one-on-one that keeps me coming back, and I love it.
The Giving Garden is on the property of Dick and Melinda Springs, which is in Gannett, Idaho. So the idea was something healthy for them to do and then benefit the community. So they cleared almost 2 acres, planted from seed, between 1/4 and 1/2 acre, of which the Senior Connection is the beneficiary of all the produce. It's such nutrient-rich
food. It's truly healing our seniors. We're super grateful for the Giving Garden.
Aparte de eso, allí nos dan desayuno y comida, nos dan verdura, nos dan comida muy, pues se come uno la que uno come como mexicano, ¿verdad? Pero todo está muy bien.
We are simply better together. We're better when the seniors are here. I'm a better staff person when the seniors are here. We're better when our volunteers are here. We're better when our donors are showing their love and that they see this population as a value in our community, that they're not overlooked.
No matter what your situation, whether you want to keep your mom with you or you want to put her in a safe place, don't be fearful. They want to take care and they want to be there and help you. I would say just go in and say help, and they will help. And that's all you have to say. And they will lead you in the right direction.
Yo veo el centro como parte de, como si fuéramos una familia grande. Me hace muy bien.
You know, I love everything about that video, every single thing, but I think my favorite moment was the caroling or the singing out in front because of the seniors that weren't able to make it down for their normal visits down and all of those things. The staff went to them and with the signs that said, "We miss you," and the singing and just the smiles. And it was something that I think RL and I were talking about earlier, was one of the things that you notice in every single one of these videos, whether it is the seniors, whether it's the staff, the volunteers, seeing the people on the Zoom calls when we've been preparing all of this and planning for it, there's a smile, there is a glow that is just, it's amazing.
It's and it's honest. You can tell there's nothing fake about it. I forgot to mention, you've been seeing names scrolling across the bottom of the screen along the way, and those are members of the Connection Society. And a big shout out to all those folks. We knew we couldn't get everyone's name in. There's so many folks who are contributing, but we wanted to mention those are folks you're seeing there.
Also, remember, if you haven't already, please take just a quick moment and be able to get in on being registered so that you can get in on your donations right now. You can do that by just texting seniors, with an S, seniors, to the number 22454. You'll get a quick link right back, you'll get registered, and you'll be ready to go and then get back to all the fun here as we're getting down to our last part of it here.
Yeah, the magical moment where we invite you all to donate at the various levels. I think you'll see all of the levels when you are logged in and registered, but if we inspire you, you could click on multiple levels and donate if 10,000 isn't enough for you.
Right. You can click on whatever amount is comfortable for you and your family. And please remember that, as we talk about every time, there is no donation that is too small. So don't ever apologize, because we get that all the time with people that say, "I'm sorry, this is all I have. I wish it could be more." Well, please don't apologize. There is zero reason to, because what you're able to give, along with what RL's able to give, what I'm able to give, and each person individually together, remember that word, together, that's when we're able to really make miracles happen. So whatever you are able to give, thank you. Thank you for your love and your generosity and your care. Now, when you're looking at it and when you're thinking about your donation levels, let's give you an idea of what those dollars equate to. If you have the ability to be able to give $10,000, I know that's a large number, but if your family and you're comfortable and blessed in the point where you can be able to give that means a month of food costs and meal packaging costs for all of the nutrition programs. That means all of them. The group lunches at the center, when those are able to happen, the curbside takeout, the Meals on Wheels, all of those nutrition programs are handled with $10,000. for the month.
So imagine if 12 people give at the $10,000 level. Let's see, 12 months, 12 people. That would take care of all of the food costs for an entire year. And that's an abundance. But imagine the comfort that could add to the staff as they know that some core costs are covered for an entire year. So consider that. I know if you would like to make a gift, by the way, on a monthly basis, you can give the folks at the Connection a call, and they can help you figure out how, because I don't know if we can do that online, but you can absolutely stagger your gifts across the year if that's the way for you to increase your gift this year.
If you know that, okay, I can be able to give $20 a month, well, $20 doesn't seem like a lot, but think about that. That's $240 over the course of the year. For what's the cost of, not to oversimplify this, but a few cups of coffee and a takeout Danish or something. So little can bring so much to so many of our seniors. So thank you to everyone. And now if 10,000 is a little bit much for you right now, we understand. And maybe $5,000 is something a little more comfortable for you. Well, $5,000 still means the world. It means a month of transportation for the seniors, the ones that can't drive anymore. This includes rides to the center for lunch, trips to the doctor, field trips with their friends. That socialization, once again, yes, the medical is absolutely imperative and necessary to get to the doctor's appointments and those things. But more importantly is that drive to the doctor, that conversation, that being able to be at the center, being able to see people that are bringing the foods and delivering that from Meals for Wheels. And that interaction can mean everything for our seniors.
I want to add to the $5,000 concept by saying, what if we all committed over the next year that every time we see one of the vans or the buses out and about, we roll down our window, we stick our hands out of the window and we wave, or we honk our horns, and we let those folks that are driving and the folks that are riding on those vehicles know that they matter to us.
Absolutely.
Mila, thank you, by the way, for your gift. I just want to acknowledge that. Thank you very much.
Thank you to everyone. Now, if $2,500 is something that's a little easier for you, well, that means 500 Meals on Wheels for homebound seniors, providing that nutritious meal, the friendly face, the safety check as well for those that are living alone, and make sure that they're truly okay in between those visits.
Again, a little choir preaching. That's not only important for the senior, it's important for the senior's family, many who don't live in the same area with us. It's an opportunity for them to know that their parents, their grandparents are being taken care of. Shelley and Andrea, can I say thank you for your gifts at this level? I know there are others that are coming in as well, and thank you all so much.
Well, I know before my mom had passed, and her last several years had been spent in the living room in a hospital bed that she had there. And those moments of bringing the grandkids, bringing myself and the dogs, and my mom, she smiled like she hadn't smiled in 20 years when we would arrive, because that was her joy. That was something that was so vitally important to her. And I was only about 8 hours away at that time, but I still worried about my mom every single day that I couldn't be there even though I knew she was okay, you still wonder. It's kind of like the first time you leave your kids with a babysitter when they're babies. And the whole time you can't enjoy the date because you're wondering, are they okay? Well, what you're able to give, as RL was saying, with this and with the staff being there, is that peace of mind of knowing here is a staff that, no, they truly aren't just saying that your relative's okay. They are. And you know that they're in as good a hands as they could be unless you're there. That's the only way it could possibly be better. Right. So it means the world. Now, as we move down the list of denominations, none of them any less important than the one before it. $1,000, and what $1,000 can be able to give right now. That is 40 hours of home care services to help bathe, to help dress, prepare the meals, conduct important errands, do all of that, picking up the mail and the prescriptions, and yes, companionship for the homebound.
You know, Teresa always has a great story, and she's always very respectful of the seniors, of the clients. But every time I'm with Teresa, she has a great story to tell about one of these unique services, often a service that's caught them by surprise, something that was needed that they didn't know about, and yet they found the resources to be of service. Because indeed, that's what the bottom line is on every one of the programs, is being of service. So all of these unique things bundled together that ensure a quality of life for people who absolutely deserve it.
Yeah. Now our Connection Club, for $750, that is 1 month of the Connection Club, adult memory, daycare, the respite program for a person living with Alzheimer's or other dementias. And these are things that literally every minute in our world, a diagnosis of dementia of some form is being diagnosed. That means someone who has been just perfect memory, everything else all along, and then all of a sudden that is stolen from them.
You know, I think I can share this for our friends at the Connection. It is impossible to predict all of the needs. And certainly in this exceptional year, that is true. To have tried to forecast the needs was a challenge. But all along the way, unique, specific needs come up. And knowing that the resources are there, financially and human resource-wise, to carry out those needs, it's just amazing.
Well,
can I do a thank you to Ryan
Absolutely.
and to Joyce? Thank you for your gifts.
Ryan, Joyce, thank you so much. And now, one of the things that I would have to think as I'm getting a little bit older.
What?
And
you are.
I know.
I'm not.
Gosh, it's tough to swallow that one. But my hearing's not as good as it once was, and I could only imagine that the only thing as bad as not being able to be around people and to be able to be around that socialization is not being able to hear them. That's even more isolated because you can see the others, but you can't really correspond. So the hearing aids, and especially hearing aids for a low-income senior, is vital. It's not a matter of just going down and, well, just go get a hearing aid. Well, it's not that simple for all of our seniors. So that $500, that could get a repurposed, refitted pair of hearing aids to a low-income senior so that they can participate in those daily activities and have conversations with their loved ones and slow the cognitive decline as well.
I'm having an amazing time watching names scroll by here in front of us, and we're not seeing every name that's coming in, but we're seeing a lot of them. And, you know, the Wood River Valley is pretty darn small. I know my neighbors. I know so many of the people in the valley, and I see all of these dear friends making gifts. Mindy, Sue, Dennis, Marilyn, Candace, thank you all so much. It's powerful to see this set of names going by. It's unbelievable. Thank you.
And all the different areas that Senior Connection cares for when it comes to our seniors. That includes their physical health, because part of the happiness, part of their longevity is their physical health. And with $250, that will ensure an instructor for a week of fitness classes, the Fit and Fall Proof fall prevention classes, the circuit classes, the ageless motion, which has the breathing, meditation, stretching class, all of that, so that we're able to take care of all aspects of our seniors.
Our community is so connected to the outdoors.
Yes.
Sports enthusiasts, active people. Well, just the other morning as I was making my way up the hill at Quigley, someone, at least 20, 25 years older than me, passed by waving morning. They passed by on the way back down as I was still going up and said morning again. Oh my gosh, keeping this community vibrant and alive is so important. So grateful.
Yeah.
I have a huge list here. Tracy, Heather, Lucy, thank you. Jean, thank you. I keep hitting my mic. Jean, thank you. Candace, a beautiful set of names on here. Thank you so very much.
To each and every one, and those are just two words you can't possibly hear enough, but it's the best we got right now, and that's thank you. Thank you so very much. And our final level is a level that hopefully everyone can be able to be a part of at $100. Now, what does $100 provide? Well, one of those things, when we talk about the overall health of our seniors, yes, the physical, yes, the nutrition, yes, all of that, but the mental health of our seniors, how the growing older and losing some friends and losing some families, feeling that isolation, being able to overcome that is so very important. And 1 hour of mental health counseling with an experienced geriatric psychologist is what that $100 is going to equate to. Again, making sure that our seniors' whole health is thought about and taken care of.
Another shout out, if I could, to Gina and to Linda, to Claudia, to Lisa, Kathleen, so many names on this list. Thank you all very much. And I know that the giving won't stop tonight. We get to continue making our gifts. I have been a little busy during this time. I'll get to my phone just after so that I can make my gift. It's one of my favorite things to do each year. I do want to mention that we have passed the $200,000 mark now. We are stomping forward towards those upper goals. I know that we can take this over the top for everyone.
Joseph, is that Joseph Luter? $5,000 donation just came in.
How great.
That is
great.
wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You know, I want to throw out one more thank you. We've been thanking lots of people tonight, including all of you, for your contributions. But I have a very specific thank you, and that's to the seniors of our community, some of the clients from the Connection, people who I am grateful for. You make our world better. The reason that we invest in this organization is very specific. It's to make sure that we get to keep our seniors in our community. Our sun is brighter, our mountains sparkle a little more, simply because the seniors are in our community. And if we don't have the resources available to support a real quality of life in our community, I fear that they go away. And I can be selfish, and there will come the time when I too will lean into the Senior Connection. And I will look forward to the resources being there for me to stay in a community that has rapidly become home for me. I had the good fortune a while ago to sit at the piano at the Connection and record a song. And so what an honor to get to share that with you tonight. Please consider giving, and if you've already donated and you decide there's another pocket of money either tonight or along the way, we'll consider tossing that to our friends at the Connection as well.
Yeah, please do.
I found this great song. It's written by David Roth. It's called We Belong Together. And he wrote it with the help of 90-some third graders from an elementary school in New Jersey. It seems to me these days, when things are just crazy, that maybe the best place to look for wisdom, to look for guidance, is to the young and to the young at heart. We belong together. We'll be friends forever. Will we fight? No, never. 'Cause we belong together. We belong together. We'll be friends forever. We may not live in the same town, but we live in the same world. But the world has some problems. War, hunger, pollution. Bad guys, hatred, disasters. We have to find a way, 'cause we belong together. We'll be friends forever. Will we fight? No, never. 'Cause we belong together. We have different
different traditions. We have different religions. We have different opinions. We have different names. We make sandwiches for hungry people. We'll pack up our garbage and recycle. We'll send cards to people who need them. We'll make friends instead of war. So I won't be mean, I'll be kind. I'll leave all that bad stuff behind. I'll be trustworthy and I'll open up my heart. 'Cause that's where the changes will start. Because we belong together. We'll be friends forever. Will we fight? No, never. 'Cause we belong together. We belong together. We belong together. Thank you.
Well, I knew my co-host here was a talented man. I just didn't realize how talented. What a beautiful song.
Thank you. You know, I'm convinced that our kids, our youth, and our young at heart have much to teach us. And maybe bit by bit, with the resources like those from the Senior Connection, we can find a way to not fight anymore, to be together. It's a hope. Speaking of together, I think we have some photos from some of the house parties. Oh, yeah, we do.
There you go.
A shout out to some of our house parties. The Coffee House, Marty Shepard's house, Maureen and Bob, hi, you guys. Penny and Richard, hi, you guys. Look at these. These are so great. I hope you guys have had a great time being together and sharing.
Well, that is wonderful. Everyone being safe, being happy, and together in our virtual way for this year's Cocktails for a Cause. All right, are we ready to give away the ski pass?
Oh, let's do it.
Ski pass for Sun Valley. And the winner is, this was just handed to me, is Sandra Hesselbacher. Sandra, congratulations. Enjoy the snow when we get that, and I know you will on the beautiful, beautiful ski.
Thanks to Sun Valley for the support and offering that wonderful prize.
Well, we are down to just the last couple of minutes here. We're going to be done for RL and I, but your job and all of our job together will continue on. And if you didn't have the opportunity to be able to donate during the event, I know watching, the stellar programming that RL and I had for you might have kept you from being able to donate. That's okay. You still have time to be able to do that. And if you haven't registered yet, that's still just as easy as always. Just send seniors to the number 22454 and you can get registered. And this evening, while you're talking about some of your favorite memories of the Senior Connection and all of that and all the things to come, please give generously. And on behalf of RL and I, bless you. And each one of our seniors, thank you. And hope to see you very, very soon. And we have someone else, Mike, that would like to say just a few more words for you.
Yes, thank you, Corey. It's been a great night and a great evening, and we thank all of you for coming out virtually to support and continue to support the Senior Connection. We couldn't do it without you. We've accomplished so much because of you. And we just want to say, on behalf of myself and the entire board of directors and all of the staff at the Senior Connection. Thank you so much for your continued support.